are back. Welcome back to the Four Against podcast here on Nick Hall Comedy. I'm Nick Hall, joined as always by
Josh Griffey.
If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave us a rating or review. If you're listening on YouTube, jam those like buttons. Leave some comments down there. Tell us what you want us to debate for or against. And you know what? We'll shout and we'll use it probably. You know what I mean? Just don't make them suck. That's all we ask. If you need some Coach Kent Murphy gear, some Trash Shows gear, just some overall clothing that you could wear and hats, go to CoachKentMurphy.com/shop. And, yeah. That's it. I had a good Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays.
Yeah, nothing really exciting on my end. I just, went, I just fucking really didn't do anything. It was great.
Yeah,
I slept a lot.
I got really hammered.
Yeah.
Hugely.
I did one night.
Hugely.
Actually, Christmas night. Yeah, Christmas night.
Yeah, because we had the Christmas Eve here with a small group, and my brother got a puppy. It was shitting all over the house.
Yeah.
But I realized if you just keep hammering eggnogs, none of that matters to you. You're just in a happy place.
Well, where Chucky's, where his bar is, so Christmas Day started, the city of Fishers started a new ordinance that all bars and restaurants have to be closed by 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first day. And so, he always has had a tradition of opening on Christmas Day, but not till late for people that want to come. And so he still opened up from like 2 to 10. And so a few of us went up there. And it was that thing, usually you can slow play it when the bar's open till 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not when it closes at 10. So we were just 8 o'clock hit, and I was like, shit, man, we better get moving.
We gotta
get
hammered.
Shots. Holy shit, we're fucking around right now, you know what I mean?
What are you getting for Christmas? A massive hangover.
Yeah. Usually we have 6 more hours at that point. It was like, shit, man, they're going to call last call.
It is the thing that I miss most about, now that I have kids, the holidays become about them and family traditions and stuff, and that's great, but a good old-fashioned just getting hammered with your boys on a holiday, especially Christmas, it feels a little sacrilegious, which makes it more fun.
Yeah.
That's the best time to be drinking.
Well, it's you spend all that time during the holidays, and you're you're being kind of overly kind. You're telling everybody Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, blah, blah, blah. You see your family. Everything's a fucking, just this, the picture of America and beautiful. And then, you get it all done with and you're like, okay, let me go back to being a little bit of a scumbag. Cause I am, I am. That's what I am in life. I'm a bit of a scumbag.
I know.
And so you got to wash that goodness off of you.
I don't have enough chances in 2020 to let my scumbag out.
Yeah.
I snuck a cigar in one day, and I was like, this isn't enough.
This isn't enough.
Yeah, you're I remember a cigar used to be I got to get the taste of Droogs out of my mouth. But never mind. That's a tale for a podcast prequel. But, it's fun. Yeah, I mean, it was fine, man. It was the 2020 Christmas, so we did the best we could. So I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you got for or against?
For against. Okay, let's dive right in here.
I got some good ones today.
Well, being that by the time you guys hear this episode, twill be New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
One of my least favorite holidays.
Yeah, bottom 3
in the entire existence of mankind. Mm-hmm. So for or against New Year's resolutions.
I'm more for the resolution than New Year's Eve itself. I'm for New Year's resolutions. Yeah, sure. Hope springs eternal. Sure. Don't. What? What now?
When's the last time you followed through on one?
Okay, that's not the question.
Yeah.
That's not the question.
It's
Am I for the thought that someday I could stop being this collection of failures that I am?
Maybe.
And do better? You know what's funny though? I don't usually make them in stone, but I've already started mine. I've got mine locked. I've got an everyday routine, and I'm going to try to make it till my birthday on June 21st, doing these 3 things every single day. I'll probably be jacked. I'm going to be super smart.
Yeah.
And I think this is the year.
But it's the same thing. It goes back to that point of getting blasted on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Because when you're inherently a scumbag, as I am, as you are, you can really only make it about 3 days without being a scumbag. Which is why most New Year's resolutions last for about 3 days. And then they're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go back to being a scumbag.
Sure. Well, my favorite thing about the
I'm against New Year's.
But you can't be against people trying.
But they're not. They're just saying it for social media gain. They're like, here's what I'm like. And I hate the inspirational post like the one I saw today. If it wasn't good enough for you in 2020, don't bring it with you in 2021. Like, gee, thanks, fucking Aristotle. Yeah. Oh, where'd you glean that nugget of wisdom at, you fucking moron?
She just thinks that 11:59 to 12:01 turn is just change it. No, I mean, I'm on record. I'm against all of the fake social media shit people do. It's something that has begun to drive me more and more insane. I'm for that. But this is the same thing. Like, you don't just like, should we just cancel the Jets?
Yeah.
Should the Brewers never play again because we're not?
See, I'm for that.
It's the spring training thing. You show up and for like a week, you're like, dude, my team might be good. And the thing I do think is funniest about New Year's resolutions is that we decide to start them right after what is probably one of our biggest drinking benders of the year.
Yeah.
So you wake up January 1, you're like, oh, God, I got to do 100 push-ups. Yeah. And it's like we're already setting ourselves up for massive
Well, it's
failure.
like my friends I use lightly because none of my real friends do resolutions. You know what I mean?
Wow, geez,
okay. Well, they don't post.
One of them do.
Okay, they don't post about it on social media. I'll say it that way. I'm sure everybody has their own secret things they want to get better at.
Yeah.
But the ones that like I see, they're always like, in 2020, in 2021, they're like, I'm gonna stop drinking, I'm gonna stop smoking, I'm gonna start working out.
Well, those are
I'm gonna start
ones.
eating, and they have this list. It's like, well, for the last 35 years of your life, you haven't been able to quit one of those things.
No.
And you think tomorrow you're just gonna drop all four?
Yeah.
You know, you fucking moron.
Yeah, no.
No, you're not.
No. And this thing, people make stupid ones. Like, I'm going to quit smoking. Like, that's
a good goal.
It's a good goal, but you're chemically bound to it.
Yeah.
I've actually, to prepare for my year of the Griff, I've been preparing, and I've learned that willpower is kind of this myth, right? That we can just willpower ourselves into not eating bad food or whatever. Right? And that you have to just form these habits, right?
Yeah.
I think where we set ourselves wrong is like, I'm going to exercise more. Well, that's not a goal.
Yeah.
Right? That's not something you can achieve. Set exact definites. Like, say this, right? Okay, I like to smoke. Fine. Guilty. I'm going to be at a bar. 2 beers in, you get the buzz. I'm 100% grunging up cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's happening absolutely. So maybe buy yourself a carton on January 1 and be like, this has to last me the whole year.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm not going to bum off anybody all year.
Yeah, if you're not a pack-a-day smoker or whatever, just like, all right, let's say you have that week, and you're just like, this is fucking atrocious.
But I feel like the people that have, quote-unquote, good willpower, they really don't. They're just like, they're like Ben Affleck and The Accountant. Like they, you know what I mean? Like they put on this show and then they go home and they beat themselves in the legs with sticks. Like, no, you ate that burger. Blah. You know, like, and then like by the end of the day, they're like, I don't want to whip myself anymore, so they just don't eat the burger. But really, they want to.
Well, what I read about it, right, is they say that people who are good at making choices, right, like the experiment is, there's a cake in your fridge, right? Mm-hmm. There's half of a birthday cake left in your fridge. Through willpower, can you just choose to not eat that? Chances are not
a chance.
Right? And so they say the difference between high-functioning people is that they just don't have birthday cake in their fridge. That what those people do is, here, son, here's your birthday cake.
Yeah.
They have their kids eat a slice, and they're like, that was great. And you go, sweet. And then you throw it in the trash. And you're like, no more, because that's going to get into my fat body.
Yeah.
That's it. You just don't. The myth of people not falling to temptation is way overblown. Well, that's like if you're at a whorehouse every day, right? You're a happily married man. Mm-hmm. You find yourself at a whorehouse. You're not going to make it 365 days before you partake.
No.
It's impossible, right? The better decision is to not be at the whorehouse.
You know, I think, I didn't even know it, but I think I'm becoming a better person now that you tell me that experiment. Wow. Because, so, like, during the holidays, my mom, like, always cooks up, like, giant meals, you know, like everybody's fucking mom or whatever. But whenever I go over there, she always tries to send me home with all the leftovers. Mm-hmm. And that's, like, all the cakes and shit.
Yeah.
And normally I fucking do. And I'm just like, fuck it. And I'll just, like, eat cake for breakfast and pie for, like, a week or however long it takes. Well, the last 2 holidays, I've said no to the leftovers. I was like, no, Mom. I was like, I don't need that in my house. Because I was not putting the cake in the fridge. I didn't know that. Like, I didn't. Yeah, but, like, that's because I know my fat ass will fucking sit there and eat it.
Same thing.
And I love cake and pie. And
Everyone
And
loves
food,
that shit.
yeah.
That's why it exists. It's chemically designed to be good for us. We all
so
want that shit all the time. The girl who you're like, this girl's going to cause me to burn my life down. Your body wants her more than, Cozy Susie over here, right? The homemaker. That's why you have to keep those people a drunk text.
Yeah.
You don't want that in your house all the time because you won't be able to resist. It's improbable to assume.
Yeah.
So these are my goals, right? I've set an actual weight limit, right? It doesn't matter. If I have to do it through...
However you got to get there.
Yeah, whatever. If I just sit in a sauna, if I have surgery, whatever.
Yeah.
Boom. There's a number I know that I can hit if I want, right? It's a long ways away. But anyways, I'm doing stuff like that this year, right? Like things that I can verifiably write down yes or no, right? I think the people that do, they're like, I'm going to call my friends more. You'll never do that.
They're
like,
not.
There's
a reason you don't call them right now.
Yeah.
Because you don't really like them that much.
And no one wants to be on the phone, right? Like, send a text, get on like a, Facebook thing, whatever. That's my problem, right? Is I'm super for the resolution. Because I think once you stop wanting to be better, like, just go Wally. Just get the chair. They fucking pump soda into your face and like 5 TV. Give up on yourself.
Well, maybe that's
Like,
what
give
I'm
up
against. Maybe I'm not against the resolution.
Yeah.
I'm just against people deluding themselves.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Well, I'm against the people that are like, I want you to be proud of me before I've accomplished anything. Like, don't tell me, hey, my goal is to work out more this year. All right, well, let me see them cheeks in the summer.
Yeah.
And we'll know if you did the work or not.
Yeah.
Your reward for exercising is that people look at your body and go, damn.
Yeah. Like, I have
Right?
goals normally.
Yeah.
I just have goals for things that I do.
Yeah.
Whatever it is I do. And so, like, I don't have a resolution. I guess my resolution is just, like, keep accomplishing or trying to accomplish
Just keep
whatever
dominating.
goals you have. Keep dominating. Yeah, that's my resolution. Keep dunking on motherfuckers in 2021.
I mean, still going well.
Haven't been canceled yet, so.
My New Year's resolution, cruise control. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just killing it. No, I mean,
That's a good way to think of it. Yeah, I am.
Hey, good for you, man. People should want to be better.
Over here with my fat belly just dunking on people.
Yeah, same, dude. I want to be able to actually tell that that's my face on the shirt instead of it getting lost between my tits. You know what I mean? Like, I'm for the resolution, but I hate that people want the praise before they accomplish. If you post a resolution, you get no respect from me.
Yeah.
That just proves to me that your goal is to write more sentences online this year. That's fine.
Well, it's like the girls
you.
that post resolutions. It's like the same girl that always posts like the fucking Marilyn Monroe quote. And they're like, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Like, well, have you seen yourself at your worst? You're a cunt. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you at your best. If I got to deal with that at any point, I don't want to deal with that. You know what I mean?
Also, it's a bad...
And also, Marilyn Monroe was like a whore that was fucking the president in the White House. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
So, like, following her wisdom kind of makes you fucking stupid anyway.
Is your resolution just going the hardest?
I'm going ham.
Good Lord. Yeah. No, I mean, I hear that quote and I'm like, I don't want you at your worst. I don't want me at my worst. Yeah. Like, I would run away from my own body if I could. Like, I don't want anyone at their worst. I don't want anything at the football teams. I don't want anyone at their worst.
Okay, Ashley.
Yeah. You got me. Yeah. I'll die alone in my Wally chair because I gave up on myself 10 years ago.
Yeah.
No, I'm for it, man. People should want to do better for themselves. You got to want it for yourself.
You got to want it.
I'm for the New Year's
But
resolution.
you know what? Like,
do I think that I'll be successful in mine?
sprinkling some magic to, January 1st dust on you isn't going to make you change your, accomplish your fucking goals. Yeah. It's fine to set goals.
Yeah.
Don't tell me about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the wish.
I'll know.
Yeah. You'll
if you
know.
go to the gym, I'll know.
Yeah.
I'll see it. And I'll compliment you then.
Well, and then like the other thing too is like if I go up to somebody like, hey man, I'm going to quit drinking. You know what I mean? And they're like, that's great. Mm-hmm. And then 2 weeks later, they see me drinking, and then I got to hear, then I got to get this earful, like, thought you were done drinking. Oh, and I'm like, I wish I never told you, because like, I knew I wasn't going to follow through on that. I knew I was.
That's what I wanted more in my life, a judgmental mother.
Yeah, I was just really, really hungover one day, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah. And then, like, 2 weeks later, I wasn't hungover one day, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to get blasted today.
Isn't that what
and
the
now
New
I gotta
Year's
hear
resolution
fucking,
is, though?
Yeah.
I think in my life, probably 1,000 times, I was like, that's it. That's the last time I'm drinking. I can't live like this anymore.
And then I got to hear Johnny Greenwood over here fucking in my ear like, oh, you're not accomplishing your goals. I see you're drinking again. Oh. Fell off the wagon, eh?
Hey, Johnny Pencil Dick showed up. Oh, looks like you got here early, loser. God damn it.
God damn it.
Yeah. No, Also, I'm not for, don't say that you want to quit fast food, smoking, drinking. There are things in this world that are designed for us to survive, things like global pandemics, things that are horrible. If a cigarette or beer makes you not want to jump off a bridge, do that.
Well,
Just find a way to integrate it into your system to where it's not overpowered. Like if you're an alcoholic to where it's like you sold your 4-year-old so you could have like a 6-pack of Natty Ice, you should really stop drinking.
And I've already seen like a couple of the ones on Facebook. It's like, hey, my New Year's resolution 2020 is I'm not wearing masks anymore. I'm done being a sheep. You know what I mean? It's like, okay.
My New Year's resolution is to come laugh at your funeral.
Yeah, why don't you go try to give Mitch McConnell a high five. You know what I mean? See how that ends. Yeah, he'll turn you upside down.
You know what I'm not spending my $600 on?
They're like, I love Mitch. Yeah, until he picks you up and shakes the gold coins out of your pocket. You know what I mean? Enjoy not wearing that mask, idiot.
He grabs him with his beak and pulls him back into his shell.
That's my 2021. I'm not wearing a mask no more. I'm not a sheep. Anyway, what do you got? I'm against resolutions.
I'm for resolutions, but I think I'm against everything else you mentioned. I like my first one. This is a good story we found. So, Atlantic City, right? Gambling hub of the East.
Used to be.
Yeah, used to be. They are accepting bidders right now. In Atlantic City, you can bid to be the person that presses the button to blow up Trump's former casino, right? Take all the politics aside. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not here to talk about Trump or whatever. I am super pro letting people destroy things or do adjacent crimes for auction, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty awesome. I read a story this week. I was telling you that Jeff Bezos made so much money during the pandemic. If he just took his money he made this year, he could solve all of the homelessness in the United States, right?
Sure.
Clearly, he's a sack of shit and is not going to do that, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't even knock out 30% of homeless. He has no interest in that, right? Fine. How else can we help fix these problems, right? What if Commissar Bernie was like, brothers, I need monies for this project, right? For the universal healthcare.
I can't sell private jet. I can't do it.
Comrade Bernie.
I can't sell my G6. I can't.
Yeah. I like Comrade Bernie, but again, we got to pay for stuff. Fine. We can't do it through the old routes. What if they said,
we share everything except my private jet.
Not my jet.
And my mansions.
Let's be realistic. What if we could just designate these things suck? Like, these are things that should not exist anymore, like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh, I love KFC.
You don't.
Yeah, I do.
You don't.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to get a famous bowl on the way home.
You're so full of shit.
I promise.
I'm so for the the pig bowl they used to serve, but come on, that is a trash restaurant. I'm just saying, for example, what if they said, all right, KFC, it's not good for you. Let's say something.
Oh, it's awful for you, but it's delicious.
No. It's not good for them that they exist because no one likes it. Business isn't good. Close down 5 stores.
They're like the third.
And then we're going to auction
a third,
party.
Most profitable fast food chain in the
KFC?
It's like McDonald's, Subway, and then KFC. Look it up.
You're telling me that right now,
look it up.
In the year 2020,
profitable, yeah.
Adults are willingly walking into a Kentucky Fried Chicken
100%
and paying for that shit.
Yeah, I am one of those. I am Tiger Woods. You know what I mean?
Jesus
I am one of those guys.
And this is coming from the guy that almost caused a traffic accident yesterday.
Yeah.
Because as I was driving past a Taco Bell, they had the little sign that said chili cheese burrito.
Yeah.
I almost caused an accident. Yeah. So I'm for fast food. Okay. KFC's a bad example. I
think it's clear we're both for fast food.
Yeah, obviously.
If you're watching on YouTube, it's clear that we are for fast food.
Did I order 7 chili cheese burritos just for myself? Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
Did I eat them before I hit my next stop? Yes, I did. No, I am.
So what's the for against here?
For against municipalities, right?
Uh-huh.
Using these, do you want to pay to do something that's adjacent to a crime for auction? And then they take that money to better the life of their citizens. I think that's a brilliant move by Atlantic City.
Well, it's not a crime to blow up a building.
It is if you don't own the building.
No, like a controlled... But
that's what I mean.
It's going to be demolished.
Right. But they're paying for that. And what you're paying for is the bragging rights that, hey, I blew up a building. Trump's
I don't care whose building it is. I want to blow up a building.
But I'm saying if they came to me.
But not terroristically. A control. Like if somebody's somebody's like, hey, we're going to implode this building because it's like we're building something new.
Sure.
And they're like, do you want to push the button? I'm like, fuck yes, I want to push the button. I want to swing some fucking hammers at it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Let me go in and demolish the building, right? So me and my group, we can pool together 10 grand, and I get to go destroy a KFC.
Yeah.
Piss in the buckets, have a whole fucking party, and then the next morning, I press the button and I watch KFC explode into dust. And that cost me 20 grand, worth it. That would be the best 20 grand I ever spent.
I'm getting KFC.
For the rest of my life, I'm like, I destroyed a KFC. You should have seen the horrific things and crimes. And that's the other thing, that building, right? So you rent the building. Whatever happens in that building for 24 hours is legal. So you have little one-block purges. If you enter my KFC, murder, torture, anything's legal. Because I'm the king of this one building before I blow it up. And I pay for that. And then they go, hey, now we have another homeless shelter. I don't know. I think that's a great idea.
Like, so, do you remember, I don't know if you remember that movie, The Box.
Yes.
Right. So basically what happens is this stranger comes to these people's door and he's got a box and he tells them if they push the button in the box that someone that they don't know will die, but they'll receive $1 million.
Yeah.
And so they're faced with this conundrum, like somebody they've never met, never will meet, won't know anyone in the family, like blah, blah, blah. But that person loses their life, you get $1 million.
Bummer.
But there's this it's one of the most brilliant sketches ever. It was on YouTube. Right after that movie came out. So they're reenacting that part. So the guy with the box comes up, and he's talking to this guy, and he goes, I've got this box. If you press this button, someone you don't know will die. And the guy just goes and pushes the button. Doesn't even wait to hear that he gets $1 million. Just as soon as, I feel like that's me. I'd be like, I got to push the button.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's such a great sketch, though. Like, it's on YouTube somewhere.
Well, I remember when that movie came out and people were like, what a brilliant idea. I was like, is it? Because everyone would say yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like someone you've never met in your life dies.
Yeah.
But I get $1 million. Like I would press that button 5 times a day.
Yeah.
Like, oops, sorry, people.
Yeah.
I mean, we all got to go some way. P.S. I'm rich. I'm buying 8 KFCs to blow up. No. I'm trying to think of what are other like really cool, like, you know, road construction. Right?
Uh-huh.
Got it. Hey, you want to go demolish a road for a day?
God.
Let's say you had a day and you're like, you know what, fuck this road. You get to demolish it before they like repave it.
Yeah, but
Demolish
see, like I would rather pay for like, I would rather, like if I had a bunch of money, if I could just give money to the city and be like, I get 2 extreme road rage incidents on Thursday. I get a rear end a couple of cars.
Yeah.
Like that, that's the kind of crime that I would pay for.
Well, see, now we're talking about the purge where like we want to pay for real crimes.
Yeah. Not crime adjacent.
Not crime adjacent. Now we're like
crime parallel.
We moved in. Yeah. We up in the crimes. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, isn't that kind of the system we have anyways? If you have enough money, you can just straight up commit crimes.
100%.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd be kind of cool for that.
Yeah.
I'd be kind of cool.
But I'm for letting the public be part of the demolition of whatever the buildings are. Yeah, 100%.
What if it's like,
for that?
Do you want to rent? So before they blow up this Trump casino, like, hey, do you want to rent a room in here? $50, you get a night. We'll have like a massive party the last night.
Yeah.
And all you guys do, shit. You can smear shit everywhere. Yeah. Orgies. You know,
bro, like, you know how much money they could make if they did that?
I would go to that.
I would go. That's what I'm saying.
And again, not the Trump casino thing, but if someone said, hey, we have a condemned building. You can go and rent a room and have any amount of fucking massive rager you want.
Yeah, they're like,
and then we're gonna explode it the next day.
They're like, all rules are off inside this building for the next. No murder, no rape.
Sure.
Other than that, all bets are off. Yeah. Over 21, no murder, no rape.
Any drugs. You can
do whatever you want
to do.
You can piss all over the walls.
There's chainsaws everywhere.
You can dangle people out of the building. You can't let them go.
You can vanilla ice them.
But yeah, you're like Michael Jackson's baby. You can do that. You can't let them go.
Blanket, no. Yeah, dude. I think this is a great idea.
They could raise so much money.
But like, I've driven through downtown a couple times. Not this year, really, but like, there's always buildings that are just done. Like that building's done.
Yeah.
What if we turn them into like, hey, we're gonna have essentially a giant rave.
Yeah.
Right? Without glow sticks, but with more chainsaws. And then tomorrow morning, whoever bids the most, you get to light the fucking fuse.
Yeah.
And blow that
Well, and
thing
that's the
up.
thing. Like, we could raise money for this because, like, I know all of our listeners, like, we have listeners all over the country, but, like, here in Indiana, when you see a road construction sign, you just assume that, like, for the next year to 2 years, that road's going to be fucked. Yeah. Like, they're just slow as shit. So if we go and have a rager, you know, in the Chase building downtown before they fucking demolish it, boom. You know what I mean? Raise that money, be like, here, Put 10 more guys on this road.
Put 10 more guys to not work.
Let's get it done. Yeah, let's get it done.
Dude, I think this is great because you would just say every year, right?
We're civil engineers right now. And we don't even know it.
At the start of your legislative session, what's the biggest problem facing Indianapolis? Grown adults eat KFC.
Yeah.
How do we combat this, right? Boom. Set it up, and whatever demolition charity, essentially, you put it towards that problem, right? Are there farmers that don't have crops and they can't eat, right? There's homeless kids.
Boom.
Boom.
Rager downtown.
You want your kids' school lunches? Yeah, we're going to blow
up
the
new Farm Aid.
Salesforce
It's the new Farm Aid.
Yeah, well, it's essentially Woodstock
and maybe
99.
Melon Campbell come play a few songs, and we'll dangle him out of the building because all rules apply.
Meg Ryan will sit there looking bored.
Yeah, and then we pull him back up, and I'll be like, IU sucks. It's okay.
No, I don't know, though. I saw this, and I was like, I feel like this is the creative next solution.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's the thing. Everyone pays their taxes or whatever. The tax system's a mess, right? We got to go outside the system to raise these funds.
I agree.
You want to fix a problem? You find a building to demolish, and we set it up. How much money would you legitimately, if they're like, you could have an all-night party, all drugs, anything you want goes, and then tomorrow we're blowing the building up.
Think about Detroit. I love Detroit.
I've had a lot.
I love Detroit. I love the people of Detroit. I've been there many times, and I have a great time every time I'm there. But as you get outside the city, they just have all these defunct buildings. Like,
sure,
they got hit hard by that recession. Like, lots of shit, industry and all that. Money for the city.
Ragers.
They have at least 40 buildings they need to fucking blow up.
Oh my god!
Like at least.
There is no
on
way,
the outside of that city.
I mean, you could turn those buildings into so much money.
Yeah, and right now they're just trap houses.
Yeah,
a lot of, you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think this is a great idea, man. Just, hey, do you want to come commit some crimes and blow shit up?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And it's for a good cause.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I like it.
Back, you give money to the kids. Back,
I like it.
Give, not to the kids, but they're on the
Whoever needs help.
Whoever needs help.
Yeah. I mean, there's homeless people everywhere. We have all these empty buildings. Instead of putting them in the buildings, which is what we probably should be doing, we're going to burn the buildings down and make money to give the homeless people. I'm for it. I think that's a good one.
I'm for helping the city.
I need to research this, though. If KFC is actually a lucrative business.
It is.
That makes me
I'm telling you right now, I think it's like the third or fourth
I don't think I've seen
most
a KFC
profitable
open in like 5 years.
One right by my house that I'm going to go to today just out of spite.
Don't do it.
It's going to be delicious.
Be a better you.
And the best thing is, like, I just eat it on the toilet.
Oh, my God.
Well, I mean, it's,
just slurp the skin off.
Yeah, and it just like, whoop. Yeah, 2 birds, 1 stone, baby. And they're actually birds because they're chickens, you know what I mean? And I'll eat 2 full chickens.
That's so depressing.
It's not. It's delicious.
Oh.
You of all people I thought would love KFC.
I can't stand KFC. It's the
This is like a true awakening for me. Like,
dude, I know I'm like the fattest of a lot of our friends.
I figured it would have been like Subway, the one you had the vanilla, because they have like,
I don't eat Subway.
Well, because they have vegetables. I'd be like, well, he doesn't like that. They have vegetables there.
Also, I don't think you should ever eat a foot of bread. And I got food poisoning there because, I don't know, bologna. So yeah, fuck Subway too.
Stop getting the cold cut.
Yeah. Once Jared got busted for diddling, Subway should have gone away. I don't understand any. No, I hate Subway. I hate KFC. Pretty pro. Everything else is bad for me. All right, what do you got?
My turn. Oh yeah, for or against. It's that time of year. Everybody's in their fucking fantasy football playoffs, championships. Man. You just won a championship.
Already wasted my cash.
And that's fine. I play fantasy football. Mm-hmm. For or against posting your fantasy football results on social media or like trying to talk to people about your team.
The most against.
Yeah.
The most against.
Yeah.
Maybe not a golden against, but like, yeah. I think fantasy football should operate like Fight Club.
Yeah.
Like if they're not a part of the group, don't ever talk about fantasy football.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It's always a horrible conversation. Leagues are scored different.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Well, like you told me today.
Yeah.
You're like, I won my fantasy football league. But really the point of that story was because you got the money, you know, like the money league or whatever. And you're like, I'm going to buy all this cool shit with this money. Like that was the point of the story really wasn't. No. It was just more about your Amazon cart.
The point of the story was I spent
you just
all
had
morning.
To get me. You just, in a linear fashion, had to get me to the Amazon cart. And I appreciate the storytelling.
Because I have an Amazon cart now of $400 of just stupid shit.
But I'm going to get like I have like I can handle the occasional like if a buddy comes up he's like, hey man, should I start A or B? And I'll be like A. You know what I mean?
hate those two.
I'll do that like real quick.
Yeah.
But I also have like buddies that comes up he's like, dude, check out my fantasy football team. Check this out.
Yeah.
Like, dude, can you believe I got him, and I got him third round. You know what I mean? Like, check this out.
Who is?
And I'm just like,
I wanted to meet the guy who talks like that. Third round,
dude, bro. I got DK Metcalf third round.
Yeah,
you know, and I'm just like, I don't really.
It's
like the
a
whole
genre
time.
of man though.
And I have fantasy football teams, and I love playing fantasy football. I don't want to speak to you about it at length.
I have multiple fantasy football teams, and I still think it's the most boring, dumb thing. Like, I do it just because I'm, like, in groups and I can win money.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to, like, chit-chat about it. I don't want to talk. Can you believe those guys made that trade? It's like, I used to be one of, in this thing, I have to be up front. In case some of our old friends are listening, they're like, fuck you, Griffey. You used to send horrible text threads and emails about collusion. And what I used to be that guy. I was a commissioner.
Yeah, same.
And I pulled back for, like, 3 years and I quit playing, and it was way better.
Yeah.
But now I'm back in because you get pulled in, whatever. There's a genre of person, though, right? Don't talk to me about your fantasy. I was telling you, my new least favorite thing are all the people that post their running maps.
Yeah.
Look at my circuit. I ran these blocks.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Why are you polluting my feed? That should be a meme.
Pass.
But instead I'm seeing like a fucking oblong rectangle.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? Oh, you got a new form of IPA that's only sold once every 4 months?
Yeah.
Cool.
This is my bike trail. Yeah.
But this is a bigger problem.
Yeah, I agree.
All of these are bigger problems.
Well, furthermore, I'm against any fantasy sport that's not football.
Oh, see, I love fantasy.
If you got to check it every day, like, who's got time for that shit? Football, I can put on my sweatpants Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Fix my lineup. Occasionally, in the last few weeks, I got to do some Saturday bullshit. But Sunday morning, I put my sweatpants on, eat a bucket of KFC, do my lineup. You know what I mean? I can have a couple of fucking thighs, dip it in the gravy, smash some coleslaw,
It's so gross.
And set my lineup.
Dude.
I love baseball. Is my favorite sport in the world. I have no desire to ever. I played 1 year.
Yeah.
I think I tried playing in your league, and I made it like 2 weeks, and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like,
you got to check lineups, and I just lefty, righties.
So I just put a lineup in. I was like, let's go, boys. 162 games. Hope you don't get hurt, And I never looked at it again.
But
basketball's the same.
I was really into it. See, I like basketball. You can lock it per week, so you can do basketball like football.
It's annoying.
I like basketball. I like the worst. I got so into fantasy for a stretch. I started a fantasy hockey league.
Yeah.
And there is no sport on earth that is less fun to do fantasy for than hockey. It's so stupid.
Yeah. That sounds fucking awful.
It was, it got to the point, because I'm not like a diehard hockey fan.
Yeah.
I probably watch like 5 to 10 games a year, usually in the background while I'm doing other shit. I try to keep up on how the Kings are doing. Not a super fan. It got to, I didn't know what the fucking categories meant. Where I was like, wait, what? That's points? Okay.
Yeah.
Also, after the second round, you're like, I don't know who the fuck any of these dudes are with these fucking crazy names. No. But that's when I knew. That was the end of I'm like, I have a fantasy problem.
Yeah.
It's too
that's
much.
Intense, dude. Hockey is intense. That's when you know you've gone overboard. It really is.
Yeah, it was horrendous. Baseball, I think baseball is just so stat-centric that it can be really fun. It is a fucking slog, though.
Yeah.
It's a grind.
Yeah.
It's a grind. But that's my thing. If you do fantasy baseball, you have to make the buy-in $100.
Yeah.
So, at the end of it, you're winning $1,000.
Right. You're getting something for your fucking time.
Yeah, because I just won our league. I didn't make a trade. I think I put in 3 waiver claims all year, and then I just picked guys up randomly. And I got $400 for that.
Yeah.
So you're like, that's good.
That's a deal.
That's a fine amount of money, right?
Totally
but for
fine.
Baseball, you got to be fucking paid.
But I do the thing in my fantasy league though. I do this thing where because we have a group chat of all the guys in the league, and so I'll be I'll propose a trade to one of them. I'll be fucking Julio Jones for fucking Zeke Elliott, or something like that, and he'll be like, no. And then I'll text another guy and I'll be like, he said he's going to give me Zeke for Julio. What do you got? And I'll just keep going around the fucking ring until somebody comes off a fucking running back that they shouldn't have for Julio. And that's how I make deals, and I'm good at it. And they don't like.
The devil's in the
apparently
details.
They don't talk to each other because nobody's ever called me out on it.
Except for now.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it.
They don't listen. They don't fucking listen. They're too busy
posting
posting about their fantasy teams probably right now.
Fucking turds. Yeah, I know all of our friends that should be listening more. Fuckers. But
Yeah.
they probably get enough of our shit.
Dickheads. So yeah, I'm against posting and generally talking about your fantasy and everyday conversation. It's just I don't need to hear about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm glad that you won.
Sure, but this is
great.
This gets back to like a lot of social media problems is I think we have a problem nowadays where everyone thinks that the shit they do is way more interesting than it is.
Yeah.
And it's every single time, like I saw people, it's like ice skating time, right? So they're like, oh my God, look at our pictures of us ice skating. I'm like, did you hit any like triple deeks? Did you Nancy Kerrigan someone? No, I don't need to see that. Do the one pick and then be done. Right? Because then I'm like, so you were skating the whole time, taking pictures, not like just so you could do this and make me feel less than because I'm not ice skating. Like nothing anyone's doing is that interesting, right? Your fantasy's not interesting. Your running is not interesting, right? Now, if you like ran over a Russian sleeper agent and he's stuck in your spokes or whatever because you're riding a bicycle, I guess.
Yeah.
That's worth a post. That I want to hear about.
All day.
Yeah. If you want to fight about KFC, even that's like my threshold. That's like my minimum now.
If you want to be right.
I would like to know who eats KFC still.
Leave that in the comments. I bet.
If there's a fucking KFC, I want to go in.
Not even just like eat, just do you like KFC or do you not? I bet we'll get way more yeses than no's.
No. It's not if you like it or. When's the last time you fucking paid money for KFC?
Mine was like 5 years. Less than a week ago.
That's horrible. I want to go see this island of Dr. Moreau batch of misfits sitting in there with their fucking
I might do a live
shit.
video of me eating KFC.
That I'd watch. That I'd watch and just be mad. I'd be screaming, no, Nick, no! Screaming at my phone. Amy's like, is he okay? Yeah, he's just at KFC.
He's at KFC. Get out. I was like Cartman and just eat all the skins off and leave the chicken for everybody else, you know?
Yeah. But it's like I have friends on like social media, right? And they'll be like,
it's fried chicken.
Kind of.
It is.
Barely.
It's fucking delicious.
That's like saying like chicken nuggets are fried chicken.
No.
It's the exact same.
Those are nugs.
little nugs.
Nugs.
Yeah, I'm not in.
Say I'm against that. I think you're against it too.
I'm against it.
What do you got?
Post cool shit. Like people never like, hey, I had a one night stand last night. Fucked 3 times. Like no one posts cool shit like that.
But then I'd also be like, no, you didn't.
Yeah, but at least that's interesting. That's a good place to start the conversation.
Yeah.
All right, so I got to pull this guy up. I think his name's Brody. He's on our...
Ooh, we got a user.
Yeah, user. Brody Duff. I don't know if that's an alias.
What's up, Brody?
Or no, not... Sorry, Brody. I'm not doing yours. Pass on Brody.
Well, either way, shout out to Brody. Maybe we'll do
Brody
his next.
Duff. We'll get to his. I actually am choosing one from a listener, Knights of Madden. For or against blasting music in your car.
Golden 4?
Golden 4?
Yeah, I had to think if I was really golden or not, but I am. Yeah.
Against.
So, here's a little tidbit about me.
Okay.
So when I was in high school,
Okay.
I thought I was cool.
You did the happy mass or the happy
No, worse. I did
Billy
do that.
Madison.
I did. I used to pull up in front of the school with like my windows down, blasting Chronic 2001, that album. Classic. You know, like ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Like I'd just be blasting that. But I had like an upside down visor on and all kinds of.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was a tool. Like,
well,
I was awesome. I was awesome at the time.
My phase was I had the puka shell necklace and a bucket hat.
Yeah.
I had a bucket hat.
But I still do it
bad.
like I still do it like man, one of my favorite things to do is like if I'm going to like a bar or something, right, in the summertime, and they have a patio, and I see like full patio, I'll do a flyby. with just an absolute banger playing, and I'll just be like boom, boom, boom. But then I park on the other side because I don't want them to know it was me.
That's the problem.
You know what I mean?
What you just said is why I'm so fucking against.
Oh, I love it.
It's because if you're just
I'll do a flyby all day.
I listen to
I'll
music.
buzz the tower.
They absorbs you, right?
Yeah.
I listen to soundscapes and things like that. Rush is best imbued loud.
Yeah.
I get all that, right?
Yeah, like you.
That's right.
Yeah, you headbang to like fucking NPR podcasts. I get it.
Fucking how dare you? Is that a KFC shot? You're the bucket eating real American.
Yeah.
I'm the NPR.
Yeah, hell yeah, I am.
How dare you?
Yeah, I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and
I'm
roll.
a little bit NPR. No. Fuck you. No, but what you just said is why I hate it, right? Because it's twofold. One, you're not blasting the music because you're really loving it, right? If that's what you're doing, if you're on the interstate,
I want to share my
flooring,
insane
you're
love for that
rocking out,
song.
that's great. If you're trying to infect your music onto me, I don't like that because I'll tell you the truth. There's a guy in my neighborhood who does it. Big fucking, I have a tiny dick truck, extra loud speakers, the whole thing. He has flags flying off his truck and shit. And he drives up and down, up and down. I see him come like 5 times a day, right? In his truck. And it's always, every guy who does that likes the worst music. Everyone who does that has the worst
Not me.
fucking taste
Not
in
me.
music.
I'm killing it.
Well, I know you like Imagine Dragons. They're very hot right now.
No, I don't.
They're kind of the KFC
No,
of the
I
music.
like Van Halen, not Van Hagar. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Van Hagar had some slammers. No. He also has a better chicken restaurant in the airport than KFC.
No, he
Chicken
doesn't.
Foot.
But like,
Yes.
but even not doing the flybys, I blast music in my car when I sing. I do all that shit, man.
If you're doing it by yourself for you, great. If you're in a car with your friends, great. If you're, because what you said about the bar, though, I think a ton of people do that secretly.
Oh yeah,
They're like, oh, I'm pulling up to my house
yeah, I'm buzzing,
or whatever.
buzzing the tower. Man.
I got to have the right song playing so people know that I'm fucking
that I'm
cool.
dope. Yep.
I think the problem is that everyone who does that does not have good taste in music.
I do. I hit them with slappers. I'll be like,
We've had this talk.
I'll do it with like 2 chains on. Like I'll slap them.
I mean, that's a slapper.
Yeah.
That's a chain hang to
You know, I wish you would like a kitchen cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Paid $1,000 for my sneakers.
I mean, that is probably the 2 genres, though, right? Or no, there's 3 people that I know do this a lot more than everyone else, right? Guys who like new metal, right? Like
Yeah,
the really bad, like fake metal that's on like Indiana radio all the time. People who listen to country songs that are horrendous.
Awful.
Right? Like the worst kind of people are the country blasters. Yeah. And then this is a real
I'm
Indiana
getting
classic.
drunk on a plane.
Yeah. Oh my God, it talks to my life. The storytelling.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
Oh,
Guess what? We've all done it. We don't have to write a terrible song. And then 3 are the white guys who want everyone to know how much they like rap. That's your category.
But it's not because I'm white, it's because I love rap.
That was like blasting Lil Wayne, all that shit, all the time. Like he was the white kid who was way into rap.
Yeah.
And had to blast it every fucking where he went. So everyone knew that he had the hotness.
I gotta tell you, like during quarantine, like I don't know, 2nd, 3rd week or whatever it was, man, I was having a little bit of a rough go of it. You know, just like tired of being cooped up.
Sure.
Just like not feeling myself. Got in the car. There's a little thunderstorm rolling in.
Ooh, nice.
I drove out in the country to watch.
Just play Garth Brooks Thunder Rolls.
No, I fucking blasted Whitney Houston, and just
in a thunderstorm.
Yeah, and I was like driving through like a massive.
Which Whitney Houston?
All of it, man. I wanna dance with somebody. Nice. I wanna feel the heat. You know what I mean? A little, I will always love you. A little. I'm every woman.
That was your thunderstorm.
I did. Oh, I
gotta
know.
say,
but I was
that's
fucking.
I was
feeling,
playlist.
but I was just like, I was moving. I was like just doing my own thing. I love thunderstorms. It's like my favorite thing in the world. Or thunder. I love watching thunderstorms.
I agree.
It's like my favorite thing. That's why I hated. It's the only thing I hated about living in LA is because they don't have thunderstorms out there.
No good storms.
None.
I agree. I love sitting on my porch. See, we all have that thing where like we want the music.
But that got me out of funk. Whitney Houston got me out of funk, man.
As she does.
And then I like the rest of the day, I was like hyped. I was like, let's go.
See, that's great though.
Yep.
But that's for you.
Yeah.
That was your moment. That's great. Right? That's great. And Whitney Houston is great.
Yeah, I agree.
Tiny dick man who drives up and down
pre-crack.
Yeah, who's just like, some guy's out with his kids. He wants to hear my Toby Keith album. I don't. And I think less of you. I think you're a worse human being.
No, but if you're hitting me with like, you know, ever seen a Chevy with the butterfly door? Like, I'm in. Get like me.
Yeah, like if he was driving down my road
Jones!
playing Nasty Bitch by Bust Down, I'd be like, that guy is fire. Yeah, but that's never the case, right? It's always Nickelback.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever the fuck it is. Like in Indiana, you get a lot of it, right? Like that. Me and my wife had the spot. I don't know if you've done this yet, but it's really good. So get with someone who knew you in high school, right?
Yeah.
And do the battle of who had the worst taste in high school music.
Yeah. Not me.
If you go back in time and listen to what you like, my high school taste in music was so bad. It was so rough.
I still have a booklet of CDs of all the
we've got our
all
books.
the CDRs that I made, like my own mixtapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was super into Korn. I was super into like that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like the new metal.
That's what
guy.
like Bramwell, my college roommate. That's what the shit he was into. And I couldn't do it. He was like, "Da-boom-reet," and you're like doing that. And I was
But
like,
this is the thing, because Amy's like exhibit D.
yeah.
Korn, and I was like, fuck you, Korn still rules. Like,
Wait, Amy's into Korn and shit like that?
No, she wasn't.
Oh, okay.
One of our best stories, though, I went to the Ozfest where Korn was playing, and we got hammered drunk.
Yeah.
And it's one of the coolest concerts I've ever been to. Like, they fucking annihilated that place, and everyone went apeshit, right? Well, we were waiting for Korn all day. Amy's, like, blackout drunk. So I was like, Amy, like, just hold strong.
Yeah.
Korn's coming.
Strong.
Yeah, so, like, we're waiting for the set change, and Korn comes out, and you hear, boom, boom, boom. So they have, like, the bass string that's, like, flying up.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is great. And Jonathan Davis, the lead singer, was like, let's go to 3. Everyone fucking jump. And we're like, yeah, let's do it. Korn, we're ready. And so it hits, and it's, go. And we all fucking jump. And as I jump, I feel Amy go the other way. And I looked over, and because I jumped, I lost just enough grip that Amy fell face first onto the cement. And a security guard went, hey! And so I was like, yes! I picked her up, and we spent the rest of the concert
I love it.
running away from security guards as Amy's like passed out and bleeding.
I love it.
And I was like, that's a memorable
Yeah.
Korn moment, though. But back to the music blasting guys, right? This happens not only in cars, right? Like, you'll see it like, hey, you guys want to come drink beers in my driveway? Let's subjugate our neighbors to the worst tunes ever.
Well, yeah, I'm against that, but if you're playing my jammers, I'm for it. But like, so like, I got this buddy,
Okay.
Eric. Sorry for he won't care. He's like one of the nicest guys ever, but he's like 6'6", like he was a college lineman. He's like 280, like giant man. But he's like really nice. He's like the real bubbly, like fucking nice, good giant laugh and all this shit. But the only music he really loves is just fucking as hard as you can get.
Yeah.
Like fucking, like the one is like, I want to be done with my friends, and like that, no, like that's like a real song, and like, so I'm always like, whenever we go out, because like, he'll just feed it a jukebox, I'll be like, play that I want to be done with my friends song, and he's like, okay, and then like, but he's like the nice guy, and all of a sudden that comes on, and he just fucking, he starts raging, man, like, he'll start pounding shots and be like, let's go, and I'm like, well, who the fuck is that, you know, like,
I'm for that, though.
no, but like, I don't even like that music, but
Sure.
the way that it moves, like the way that it gets into him, I'm like, I'm for it.
So
Plus, he's just a hilarious guy anyway.
You're for horrible music if other people really like it.
If you're really digging it.
My counter exhibit to that was one of the worst places for music blasting of all time was the dorms. The dorms, it became like the Cold War.
Oh, yeah, it was a contest.
Who's got the biggest speakers, whatever.
Yeah.
We were all going out and getting bigger speakers.
Yep.
Nothing is worse than being in the dorms and being 1 or 2 doors away from the Dave Matthews guy.
Pat.
So love Pat, good guy. If you think Dave
We're just
Matthews
name dropping all of our friends
That's fine.
today. Fuck them.
If you think Dave Matthews Band is like top-notch music and you're like, oh, you got to hear the way they did it in Cincinnati on 12/2/05, I have no...
She wakes up in the morning, back to eat, eat.
I honestly have always just thought Dave Matthews is just trashier country music.
That was
it's like the same thing. It's like, oh, let's get super stoned and pretend
so
this is music.
I hate jam bands. Just I hate it. I hate the concept of it. No. One of my favorite. Did you watch the show Dave, the Lil Dicky show?
No, I heard it's great.
It's great, but like there's an amazing line in it. His hype man Gator is helping his man.
Gator's bitches better wear Jimmy's.
Well, Lil Dicky's manager is trying to set up his home theater so he can watch Fish live concert DVD. So Gator is like the hype man for Lil Dicky, and so he goes over to help him set up the fucking the surround sound and shit, and he gets it all hooked up, and the Fish concert starts playing. Manager's like, you should stay, you might like it. And he's like, all right. He's like, this is cool. And he goes, and it's like 8 minutes into the song, he goes, when are they gonna stop warming up? And like, and it's like the most perfect fucking line for jam bands. Like, when are they gonna stop warming up? Because it's just the fucking same 3 chords for 20. But like, I went to a Dave Matthews concert one time, and I'm not a Dave. I've never been a Dave Matthews fan. There's a few songs that I like that I can stand that are like lyrically, I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like, whatever. And one of them is number 42, I think is what the song's called, which is already a pretentious bullshit name for a song anyway. But lyrically, it's a pretty cool song.
All right, math guy.
So he plays it like second or third song, but they played, I swear to God, they played that one song for 22 minutes.
Yeah, that's dumb.
And I was just like, by the end, I was like, I fucking hate this. I fucking hate.
It's so
like,
bad.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, next. Like, they played 6 songs in 3 hours.
Yeah, that's.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not enjoyable.
Well, no, it's the joke from, what is it, 21
And they're like,
Jump
check
Street.
out this bass line on this pod.
They go to like an improv comedy show, and the guys come off, and they're like, what'd you think? And they're like, that was pretty cool, but did you guys ever think about like writing it beforehand and practicing it?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, exactly. Like, make it better. But those guys, I think there's a part of all these people that knows subconsciously that they're plebs, right? They're Philistines. They're Philistines, right? They're fucking Philistines and plebs. And so they're so desperately wanting one person of cultural merit to walk by and forgive them for what they are into.
Yeah.
Right?
He wakes up in the morning.
The country music people know that shit is trash.
Yeah.
They know in their heart that it's trash. We see this across the board. Like
modern
the people that
country,
like country
I love
music.
old country.
Well, sure, old country
Modern
used to be
country,
about
though,
living.
if you listen to the words of modern country and don't realize that they're just calling you an idiot and taking your money with the most simple-minded fucking words they can string together, that they think that they think that that's the highest level of comprehension that you have.
Yeah,
that's what it is. They're betting that you can't comprehend anything higher than that, and so they throw you middle school fucking lyrics. No, and people eat it up. They're calling you stupid.
Yeah,
new country music is calling the people that listen to it stupid.
Yeah, but this way
it's betting that you're not smart enough to figure out that it's dumb.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with music, and I'm like, what are you jamming to? Oh God. Whatever, they all have 2 first names, right?
Yeah.
You know, Danny Ricky or whatever their fucking names are. They all have 2 first names.
Just listening to some Kenny
like,
Chesney.
oh man, he wrote this song about his high school girlfriend and how he had to see her have a baby without him, and he wishes he could do better. And I'm like, seriously? And so you suffer the song. And to me, it'd be the same thing if someone's like, oh, I'm a bookworm. I read all day. I'm like, what are you reading? Hop on Pop?
Yeah.
All right, I don't respect you.
Blake Shelton has a hit song. It was a hit song. Like a top 10 song, and it went chew tobacco, spit. Like that's the chorus of it. Chew tobacco, spit.
I would argue that's more honest.
But people were like, "That's a slapper." And I'm like, "No, that's just betting. That's just betting that you're so stupid that you can't figure out that that's a dumb song." And they're like, "Thanks for your fucking $5."
Red Solo Cup, beer for my horses. At least they're not trying to hide.
Let's have
the
a
fact
party.
that they don't respect their audience.
Yeah.
So that I'm for.
It's disrespectful.
It is.
Country music now is disrespectful.
Be openly disrespectful.
Yeah.
Though. But it's bad. But the people. This is what I mean. I am a music blaster, right? My favorite thing is to take my music in the shower, and I play my fantasy metal list, right?
Yeah.
And I pretend like I'm getting ready for battle. And you fucking headbang and go nuts, and it sounds like you're in the middle of a war.
Headbanging in the shower is an awful idea.
It's the best.
Yeah, but you'll fall and hurt yourself.
I won't.
Well,
because first off, I do
got
a
good
battle
base?
ready squat.
You got a good base?
Yeah, I put both of my feet on the wall. It's like a rectangle, so I have I'm like ready for war, and then. Or like me and the kids, right? They'll like when
I sing in the shower.
They want to take a shower, right?
Yeah.
Like they have to get a quick shower with me. They're like, Dad, let's do Triple H.
Yeah.
And so we do pro wrestling entrances in the shower.
Yeah.
You can whip the hair back and spit the water. So I'm all for the magic of music, right?
I'm a real American. Fight for the rights of every man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That stuff's fine. But then if I was like, hey, neighbor, come over here and let's ruin your nice Sunday out in your front yard so you can watch me do the Triple H thing. That sucks.
By the way, as your son gets a little bit older, I'm totally fine with shifting gears on videos to just straight up backyard wrestling.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Yeah, you know
he's a cheap shot artist already.
Yeah, I know.
He's a little punk.
Yeah.
But he's good at it. Yeah. Actually, he was in one of our videos.
Yep.
He was in the Second Baseman video.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think the blasting music people are just begging us to forgive them, and I don't think we should do it. I think we should make them feel the weight of that shit.
We got to wrap it up. Here we go. Recap. I don't remember what mine were now. Hang on.
Let's see. You had...
New Year's resolutions.
I'm for.
Against.
Be better, guys. Paying to blow up buildings and have parties and shit.
4.
4.
As long as it's like controlled demolition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Within some rules.
Yeah, none of that Nashville bullshit. By the way, shout out to my Nashville people. I love you guys. For show. I love that city.
Bummer, dude.
And then fantasy football.
Against don't post
posting,
it. No one wants to know about
posting
your
and talking about your
shit.
fantasy football all the time. Against.
And then blasting music in your car.
I'm for a good. I'll buzz the tower. I'm for it.
Don't do it, guys.
I'm for it.
Be better than that.
Yeah.
Be better.
I'm for it. Hey guys, thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.